What's up, y'all? It's Press. I'm coming with another Sparking video. This one's gonna be a discussion about if there's gonna be a season 2, Sparking 02 or whatever. Hope y'all having a good day. If you haven't seen my last video, check it out. Just thinking of a little intro thing. Not much to say, so let's just get straight into it. The first big point I want to talk about if there's gonna be a season 2 and or a Sparking 02, I will say I'm leaning more season 2. I really do believe there's gonna be a season, and I was thinking that I was tripping a little bit, you know what I mean, like I like coping, like whatever people say, whatever the new lingo is nowadays. But I was in the Xeno Coffee guy, I was in one of his streams which got taken down because he was lagging like a lot during that stream, so he took it down. I think he told someone that it was unlisted or whatever, but I couldn't find it in my watch history what he was saying. I even wrote down the timestamp to be like, hey, he said this and that, but said he was talking to Rhyme Style and a couple other notable people, which is why I timestamped it, because I didn't know their names. I know they're notable for, like, credible would be more of the word, but more credible people, and they said they've talked to Bandai or something along those lines. So I feel like we for sure are getting a season 2, but that's kind of a word of mouth thing, and I couldn't find no clips about it. But that's kind of the first point I want to talk about. I do think that the big creators are doing a little bit behind the scenes, especially with Rhyme Styles video that recently got uploaded that made them drop the Diamond Pack DLC, to be honest, and the couple other videos he's been making after. I think they're trying to like put a little pressure on Bandai to do something with the game. They have like gold in their hands and they're throwing it away for some reason. But that's my first point. The likelihood with that, I was gonna say it was lower. I think it's much higher, so take what you will with that information. We're gonna get on to some other points. People, I want to do this point, this isn't even on my list. People are saying that Bandai's confirmed that there's multi-year support or whatever. There's technically, from what I've researched, there is no confirmation if there's gonna be for the game. That's kind of just speculation. Now it's smart speculation, getting stuff like seasonal rewards for rank, like titles, or now it's not like a crazy reward, but that does kind of say they have a little bit in mind for the game. And I do want to throw Naruto out there because I think that game, the fans either said it or they said it and it kind of lied, but they said that game was going to be supported multi-long year, and they did, and they didn't get any like seasonal reward. It was kind of just stop. Like maybe they do like Uchiha clan versus Maki clan. I was trying to think of a different one. Stuff like that, those random events, but those don't have anything tied to it. So yeah, long story short, us getting those rank rewards do kind of mean we are possibly going to be getting at least support for a season of the game. Whether that's going to be DLC included or not, I'm not sure, but I do believe we're going to get patches here and there, at least like how Storm gets. They still get a little bit of a, but I think with the seasonal rank rewards, we're going to get like some DLC. I'm not gonna lie, I do think they need to like do a Gohan Black free DLC or something like that. That would be cool with it. Maybe you can make him earnable through rank. That's, damn, I'm just going off the cusp, but a Gohan Black reward for, I don't know, hitting S rank, maybe Z rank, add a new rank, because everyone wants a new rank at this point. But yeah, that's that. The game sold 3 million copies. That's another, I feel like, I think it's 5 million now, or 5 million on release, I'm not sure. It sold around 5 million copies as of 6-7, we'll say it sold 6 million. I think that kind of means, even if there's not that high of a player base, that they have more of an incentive to push out stuff for. Guys, gotta remember, like I said, it sold 6 mils. Let's not forget about that. And on top of that, with the 6 mil and me talking about they kind of fell off with the fans, they will come back because it's Dragon Ball. Like, it's still a strong IP and fan. They go crazy with M Style in them, E-Reacts, and I don't know, Afro. We need them niggas. We need to start pushing that agenda a lot more, because Kaizen Kuma and I and a couple other niggas back then, we've been saying that. We're like, we need these niggas to push that agenda. Like, I gotta get on their ass and do something. And look what happens when one of the creators speak up. These niggas are they're on it. So we need more of that, especially with the strong fan base. Just food for thought. They still have plenty of missing things they can add, so I believe that if they're smart, they could use that to their advantage with DLC. Regardless of whether we should have got that on release or not is besides the point. At this point, we're still missing stuff like the Shenron, Super 17, Dragon Ball characters. Y'all have heard it for years straight by now, damn near. So that is also a good case for, like, it's not like they don't have anything they cannot do with the season pass. Another thing, Xenoverse has been supported. I know there are different games of stuff. Kakarot has been supported. Even Fighters was supported for a bit, and they had a lot of infighting going on. So with Dragon Ball games in general, they tend to be supported on a longer basis. So I don't want to discount that at all. Let's see what else we got. I'm just trying to go off I can't even talk, off the cusp. They could also wait for a new Dragon Ball season or like movie and drop something. You guys don't understand what that could do for sales of a game when it comes to Dragon Ball stuff. Like, people will eat up color changes of a transformation or whatever, or a giant form. A color swap with Cell. Like, people will love that. And if this is me coping a little bit and having hope, but if they get like the rights issues, if the Dragon Ball IP in itself, they could stop all the infighting going on. Imagine like they make a new form, which we were close to with Daima, we just hype, but they make like a new form, a dope ass movie to come with it, and then they're like, yeah, we're dropping the Sparking Zero and all that. That would actually be a lot of players that come back, especially if they took notes from the other video I made and videos people have been making. But there's a lot of stuff they could do to bring back players if they were doing that, and then a movie released or something like that. I think there's just that small 5-10%. Never know, because they don't make a Sparking Zero 2, because I know this is more, I just threw Sparking Zero 2 in. If they don't make a Sparking Zero 2, this game will be what it is. It'll be like their Kakarot fighting game. Like, they'll probably, like I said, give updates and DLC packs and stuff like that. So don't discount that. What if stories could also be added? I'm just throwing this on there. Like, they could do what if story DLC packs with single player stuff. They could add movie scenarios within the pack, so they could do like, oh, this movie released or this part of the show released, we're gonna add this into the game, and then we're gonna throw in some costumes. And this is literally in a different universe. You never know, because they're not doing that now, but y'all know they could do a lot. You already know what I'm getting at. So that is that point. This is also the most popular fighting game follow-up, I guess, in a while. So I know it kind of goes, that sounds weird to say. How do I phrase this? Most popular fighting games, because I read my point wrong, I'm not gonna lie. Most fighting games that die a little bit will have an initial rise of like a comeback in players if there's a season 2, which I feel like is an obvious, but I have to put that out there. And within Bandai, I know I'm putting this point up, stick with me. Like, in Bandai, their initial sales of the 5 mil is a green light to them. So even if the player base kind of right now, the fact that they know they have 6 million copies sold plus, if the stars align, I feel like they know that if the stars align, and it will at one point, it's Dragon Ball, if the stars align at one point, all the people who already own this game, they'll hop on the game that they already own to get the DLC if the stuff is that hype. So you also have to factor that into a point. This is my last point that I had, and this is kind of we'll do this my second to last point. I've been having a lot of off the cusp points that I added, but let's say this game goes to shit. I feel like they kind of know, and there's a chance this game, and this kind of just goes with Sparking Zero 2, they either make a Sparking Zero 2 or they rebrand the game, because this game has had kind of an identity crisis when it comes to it being a party game, or if it's single player focus or whatever, and a lot of that has to do with its name being Sparking and Kaiichi. word. So people are tripping about that. If they rename it, add a little bit of different mechanics to it to make it more competitive, or I guess lean into a different focus. Which side rant, I saw a comment on my last video and the guy was talking about it's annoying that people are calling this a party game when it's not, and it's literally leaning more towards a fighting game aspect. It's an arena fighter, but arena fighters can still try to be balanced and competitive, so it's leaning more towards that. We already have a single player game, we already have the 2D fighter version of Dragon Ball. You guys have the, I don't know if I said single player or MMO version, but we already have like every version of Dragon Ball. We have a card game, we have a mobile game. How come when shout out to that guy in the comment, I'm gonna look for it and put it up, but how come when there's the 3D arena fighter version y'all want to change it to something else that it's not? You guys already have the fun game mode, whatever was Xeno. You guys can make your own characters. You guys are getting all the updates from all the shows usually, or any other game. You guys are having like fake characters made for stuff like that. I don't understand why we can't just have Sparking Zero be what it's supposed to be. That's besides the point, I guess, kind of, but that's on the rebranding thing. The game don't even need a rebrand. We just need actual care put into the game. So if it does go this shit, they can literally just take what Sparking Zero is and just rebrand it. I'm sure there's games that have done that before. I know I said that hella weird. I say games, but I know there's games that have done that before, done well. And even if they haven't rebranded the game, like No Man's Sky, they still turn it around. The player base still looks at it and they're like, oh, holy shit. But that's kind of all I got for this video. I would say at the end, I would put like a 9. I'm not gonna lie, I would. I'm gonna stay with my chest. I think there's like a 90% chance we're gonna get a season 2. I think it's damn near impossible that we don't, especially from what I've heard. And if this Xeno Coffee guy keeps, I hate saying his name like that. I need to show more respect. If Xeno Coffee like streams more and says some stuff, one of us is gonna get a clip and show y'all. So just putting that out there. So we got inside sources is what we could say, that a season 2 is coming. But let me know what y'all think about the season 2 or Sparking Zero 2. Sparking Zero 2 is very unlikely. They're gonna definitely try to make what they just made, like make the most out of it, not just abandon, make a new game and blah blah blah. They're gonna try to rebuild rapport with the fans before they make a number. Dragon Ball Fighters didn't even do that. You're low-key delusional if you think there's gonna be a Sparking Zero 2 at least anytime soon. We're gonna season 2, Mike. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Have a good day, and I'll see y'all.